From the beautiful city of Los Angeles to the beautiful city of Vienna. And I'm very, very pleased to welcome the Vice Mayor of Vienna, Birgit Hebein. And you are responsible, among other areas, for mobility and climate protection. And dear audience, let me just note that this is European Mobility Week. So we're at a hybrid event. We're going to do a hybrid dialogue in terms of language. My first question is so easy, I'm going to do it in English and then we'll switch to German. First question, how did you get here today?
At first, welcome to Vienna. I'm here with my bicycle. I'm always around with my bike, summer or winter, since 30 years.
Wow, great. So I have to say, as a passionate biker, I love that answer. And now wechsle ich ins Deutsch mit einer Frage zum Verkehr
in German,
in
a question as to transport in general, because this is indeed a major burden on cities, particularly as regards climate and air pollution, as in connection with noise. What you are doing here in Vienna, could you elaborate on that in order for a CO2 neutral mobility? Well, of course, climate protection means a transport transition. Without that, no climate protection would be feasible. This is the key challenge in cities, also here in Vienna. 40% of our CO2 emissions, indeed, are caused by traffic and transport. And this is to say that as a city we have a target, which means that we will reduce CO2 by 50%. And mobility transition, how can we bring about this sustainability we need? And I believe it's about distribution as well. We have to link it to the question, to whom does public space belong? And I'm convinced that it belongs to people and not to engines.
die Autostraßen zurück. Das Ziel ist und bleibt,
so the target, of course, is and will always be that children can move around freely and safely, and also the elderly. For instance, they can sit below a tree and wait a while on a bench. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because these are the ones particularly hit by this heat and by the climate crisis. So climate always in connection with social lives. What does Vienna do? We invest a lot into public transport. We have a huge and excellent offer, €1 per day, and you can use all kinds of public transport. This is sensational. And at the same time, we analyze street by street and cool it down, shade it, plant trees, and thus create a quality of living and also touch the people's hearts. We can see that the public space can also do different things. And this is so important, and we have to say here it is a challenge, of course, because 2/3 of public space still belong to cars. Parked cars and moved cars, and here we plant trees. And I know, of course, in the last few days a lot of talk has been about Waldsterben and exploding trees here in Vienna. No, definitely not. Trees are the lungs of our cities. We plant thousands of trees, and thus we reach hearts and lungs. This means change has to be, the mobility change has to be, and it is possible, and only together. Thank you very much indeed, and you have said more or less climate fairness and justice is also a guideline for mobility. Thank you very much, dear Vice Mayor of Vienna, Birgit Hebein.
I fooled you. You thought that I'm asleep already because for me it is 3:30 in the morning. But oh no, I love staying awake. This is an exciting conference. And I just want to say thank you very much to Mayor Garcetti and to Mayor Faulconer and Vice Mayor Hebein for the wonderful comments that they made here. And of course, Mayor Faulconer is coming on next, and he is one of those great, great mayors. He's a Republican mayor, conservative mayor, and this is the idea of having all those mayors. First of all, because mayors are really the answer to a lot of those problems. Because I remember when I was governor of California and we said we're going to reduce greenhouse gases by 25%. Well, the mayors had to kick in and had to help us. When I decided to build a hydrogen highway, it was the mayors that helped us build this hydrogen highway. When we talked about, million solar roofs, it was the mayors that helped us get us to the million solar roofs. So that's where the action is. It's so important to include everyone, and at the same time, Democrats and Republicans, conservatives, socialists, communists. It makes no difference what party it belongs to. Everyone has to work together. So now let's hear from Mayor Faulconer. This is the mayor from San Diego.
Hi, I'm San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, and I'm proud to support the Schwarzenegger Climate Initiative. San Diego is committed to creating a cleaner, greener future for the world we live in today and the world we leave for our kids tomorrow. And to get there, we need more than just words. We need action. And if you think that the U.S. political gridlock stands in the way of getting things done, think again. Because in San Diego, we brought Republicans and Democrats together to adopt a landmark climate action plan to protect our air, our water, and our environment. In just 5 years, San Diego has slashed greenhouse gas emissions by 24%, and we're on the path to 100% renewable energy, 10 years ahead of the rest of our state. And we're just getting started. And we are proud to stand with you to champion the common sense solutions we need to create jobs, improve our communities, and fight climate change.
Water, a limited resource shared by 7.8 billion people. More often than necessary, drinking water is supplied in plastic bottles and shipped halfway around the globe, 1 million bottles per minute, producing unnecessary transport, CO2 emissions, and millions of tons of plastic waste. By using water directly out of the tap, filtered and enriched with magnesium, zinc, and silica, people can satisfy their thirst in an ecological, economical, and sustainable way. If not us, who? If not now, when? Let's change the world together, sip by sip.